For today, in the name of freedom, we take the battle to them.
Hello and welcome to a very special unboxing, well, not unboxing, but a figure review of 2024. Today we will be looking at the Baiwei Explorer Leader, aka the Baiwei KO of the Transformers Studio series Leader Class Jetfire. And there is a reason why this is a very special video, and to be completely honest with you, I can show you just a hint of that right now. This is why. I'm glad the camera didn't focus on that. So, obviously, before we take a look at the actual figure, we'll take a look at the box. This is probably one of the biggest boxes I have ever had. One of the, God, I can't English. One of the tallest boxes. Because, of course, as you can see, it is flat as hell. Because this guy did in fact come split up. He didn't come as Jetfire. He came split up into all the pieces. You can see Explorer Elder, Baiwei Toys, TW1103. And you can see up there an image of the figure. It says 6+ at the top, which no 6-year-old should own this. Nothing on the sides. And then on the back, it's basically just the same things, except it is showing that it can combine with SS44, but that is an issue for later on in the video. As of right now, it is time to lower the camera and bring in Jetfire. Now, why is this thing so important, you might ask? Well, that's because this isn't my first time owning this figure. In about 2019, I did get the Studio Series Leader Class Jetfire, and I don't know why, but maybe my dad got paid extra or whatever, but he came to my sister and I, and he was like, you can both pick one thing and I'll get it for you. Obviously, when I went to Mall of Africa, there was this guy, and there was the Dark of the Moon Leader Class Megatron, of course, his wave mate. So, obviously, as cool as Jetfire looked, Megatron was my favorite Transformer, and I love the Dark of the Moon design, so I picked that. And I don't really regret that decision, but this is what I chose when my dad said you can pick one thing. And unfortunately, this guy broke in about 2020 or so. For some reason, even though I did not have this guy, even though I didn't have him, for some odd reason, I split Jetfire up into like the prime combination mode, and instead of grabbing the piece that like splits the waist, instead of grabbing the actual piece, I had grabbed his chest, and when I pulled it, that obviously broke the plastic that was surrounding the pin, so the figure broke completely. So obviously you can imagine. Actually, I can probably show you right now. Over here. Here we go, camera, thank you. This is where the piece of plastic and the pin was that held this and the rest of the figure together. So this is the original. This is my original Jetfire. And unfortunately, it did break. And my dad passed away, so I was kind of pissed, you know. I was like, this is the one thing, or like the last thing that he got me, and I fucking broke it. So obviously, when Baiwei announced this guy, my mind was blown. Not just because, you know, that I finally get to have this mold again, but just because it looks so freaking cool. Because as much as I remember this guy being broken like this, I remember transforming him and how much fun it was. So that is enough of the fucking sob story. Let's look at the figure. So the jet mode is absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, this bloody Blackbird here is like, it's a fan favorite vehicle, and hell, I don't know if it's the exact vehicle, but the exact aircraft, yeah, but at least it's a similar aircraft that is the X-Men jet from the Fox X-Men films. It looks similar. Okay, don't kill me, But yeah, you can see the cockpit looks fantastic. I don't think I have it connected. No, it's not on the original. The rest of my original Jetfire is in a box, so you can just see like how clean it is. It's so nice to just rub your hand over it. Man, everything holds holds together really well. But obviously, like when you come from the side, then you see some of the issues. Mainly just his head. The head is a slight issue which I have, but really, sacrifices must be made. Without sacrifice, there can be no victory. So here is the rest of the bottom of the vehicle, and to be honest with you, it actually cleans up really nicely. Yes, obviously the hand and the feet are visible, but you wouldn't really look at this and go, oh my god, that is so terribly done. No, I think it's actually done really, really well, especially since everything just holds together and slots in really well. The only thing, obviously, and this was an issue on the original too, is that the hands don't actually plug in. They kind of just sit there. But yeah, whatever. I think now is a good time to get into accessories because this will take a while. So, of course, the landing gear is, in fact, his walk... Oh, God. This piece disconnects way too easily, by the way. Oh, fuck. I just realized what I said. It disconnects very, very easily, which I'm not really a fan of because it can make transforming him a bit annoying. But yeah, if you extend the walking or the fucking what's this thing called, landing gear, of course this is his cane, his walking stick, which, to be honest with you, looking at it from a practical standpoint, doesn't really make any sense because the wheels are the thing on the ground, and if he puts a pressure on, then he'll just roll forward. It doesn't really make any sense. But as for his axe, this is something that I want to talk about. This is the axe that comes with the Baiwei version. But if you take it and you plug it into here, it is so loose. Oh, hold on. If I just tap it, there we go. See, it literally just flops out. So it definitely could be better. But yeah, it's very, very loose. And that is why I got the original. So actually the lighting is really doing it justice here. You can see that the color on the original is actually very different to the one on the Baiwei version. This is more of like a lighter silver, and this is well, a not lighter silver. So yeah, I actually quite like the original. But yeah, man, this is just like a spare. If anything happens to this one, this is the spare. And I guess that's kind of the upside to having a broken figure and owning like the new version of it, is you can just swap out pieces. So yeah, that's that. The rest, oh lord, oh my god, there is so much stuff. Look at this. Look at that. Look, what the fuck. This is ridiculous. I'll just skim through all of them. You get a gun. Why is the camera not focusing today? What is wrong with you? There we go. So obviously you have, the gun. This will plug into the back and everything. You get these pieces. Now, these pieces are a pain in the ass because I don't know if I'm doing it incorrectly, but if you plug these on in robot mode, you need to take them out and then switch them around for the combination mode. So I'm not even going to bother putting these on. So that's that. You do get an extra chest piece for the Baiwei Optimus. Now that's very important. This chest piece, these tabs are way too big to fit on the original Studio Series version. You will need the Baiwei version, or if you have the original, just shave these down a bit, because these pegs are way too big to tab in there. You get these pieces, which actually I believe they can be put on the jet mode. If you take his head, is it these pieces? I think so, but basically these plug in somewhere. Yeah, whatever. They plug in somewhere. Okay, and oh, there we go. So yeah, you can tab that in there and take this and tab that in there. And another, you can tab these over here as well, but I'm not going to bother with that. So if you want to give Jetfire some extra pieces, there you go. That is that. And I'm going to fucking kill the camera. But yeah, I think that is basically it for the vehicle mode. So now we can just finish off the accessories. You then also get these two. Here's the other one. Here we go. You get these two pieces, which stop focusing on the damn Cheeto box. You get these two pieces which clip onto the side of Optimus. Then you get these two, which of course do play a purpose. This one, which isn't really like vital for the combination, it just helps put everything together. You then get these extra feet pieces. You get these, which are, to be honest with you, probably my favorite pieces of the combination. I absolutely love these. You do get these two, which are more display purposes, really. And I think that is it. So, yeah, that is basically it for Jetfire. And just like for a comparison or two, there is the Nemesis version of Studio Series 44, and the joints on this thing are not able to hold that figure up. I'm sorry, I did try, but his arms are way too floppy. So that is that. Obviously the other figure I got in the haul, and then here he is with the KO of Crowbar. So yeah, he's a big boy. So now let's go to the robot mode. And now, ladies and gentlemen, behold the eternal glory of Jetfire. Oh my lord, where do I even start with this guy? He is just absolutely beautiful. Just looking at that head sculpt, what the hell? That is just absolutely beautiful. And I mean, I'm not going to go through the sculpt work of the entire figure, obviously. But one thing that, I'm going to be honest, I have to question. I just have to ask, why is he can go from normal face to... What the what the fuck is this? Why? Why is his beard removable and why is it pegged there? This is probably the dumbest looking thing. And it's not a frog, man. I don't know what it looks like, but it reminds me of something. So I don't know why that is removable, I'm gonna be honest. It's clearly done on purpose because that's a tab. But yeah, I don't know. He is like pretty compressed right now. But to be honest with you, this robot mode is nearly flawless. Nearly. The only reason I say nearly is because of that. The mushroom pegs on the legs, mainly this one, are way too loose. Way too loose. I'm sorry. That is just atrocious. I did try putting some nail polish there, but it didn't really work that well. But yeah, obviously, not everything's gonna be perfect. But yeah, oh, I bumped the camera. You can, of course, give him his walking stick. This is the only issue that I have with Studio Series Jetfire, is that you have to get him like so low in order to put him on the walking stick. But there you go. I'm sure I did it for the thumbnail. I hope I did. If I didn't, then oh well, you are not gonna get a video at all. But yeah, man, it is just a beautiful, beautiful robot mode. Obviously, he is kind of crouched, so these comparisons are gonna be kind of scuffed. But I'll just kind of run through them. Here he is with his buddy SS44, Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, SS05 with the hooks, Leader Class Tarn, and you can see that he does rival Tarn, and to be honest, he probably is a bit taller. And then here he is with the remains of the original. I'm not gonna go through the combined mode like the process. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna skip straight to it. So just casually watching Primus and Alfonso, you know, just casually while I'm combining this bloody Optimus and Jetfire. Thank you, Alfonso and Primus. I
I'm Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here. We are waiting.
Here is jet-powered Optimus Prime. What is this? This is probably one of the coolest things in my collection. Obviously, I will not be keeping it like this. I do keep Jetfire and Prime separately. But what the hell? What the what the fuck is this thing? This is crazy. Oh my lord. Look, the gun looks so good. And yes, obviously, as I did say, I am not connecting these pieces because it is annoying as hell to keep swapping them. But probably my favorite thing about this thing is the back. Bro, look at how cool that looks. It's so awesome. It is such a chunky boy, and it holds together really well. I think the only pieces that I need to like put nail polish over the tabs are the ones that plug onto the hips there. Apart from that, everything is plugged on really tightly. Everything is solid. It's gonna stay there. And yeah, man, it looks so freaking good. Just for a comparison with that, there he is, and here is Legacy Tarn. So I guess, well, leader class Tarn. So I guess, you know, this is finally making this like a fair fight between these two. And, you know, just to compare what they look like originally, well, what he looked like originally compared to what he looked like now, here is SS05, basically the same size as him. And yeah, man, I'm telling you, this Jetfire, this is the best thing ever. So that was my review of the Baiwei Transformers Studio Series Leader Class Jetfire KO. And I cannot sing this thing's praises enough. If you want the Studio Series Jetfire and you can't find the original for an affordable price online, don't even bother, because this thing is absolutely phenomenal. It is what the original thing was and much more. It comes with more accessories than any figure I've ever owned. It creates for a fantastic combination mode with Optimus Prime. The detail is fantastic. The quality is mostly phenomenal. Just a few joints that, you know, you can tighten up yourself. And yeah, man, I can't sing this thing's praises enough. If I was to have like a slight nitpick, apart from like the mushroom pegs not being tight, it is that I wish he had articulated fingers like the DNA Design Upgrade Kit. But yeah, I give this thing a 10 out of 10, especially since the price is so affordable. It's like, what, 35 bucks or something, $50, I don't know. But yeah, man, this thing is just absolutely insane. Perfect figure. If you need Jetfire, please get this over the original. But yeah, that was the Baiwei Explorer Elder. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and goodbye.